G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 17 of our Beginner's Gunslinger Purifier playthrough, where at the end of the last episode we just hit 62, and that means we get access to some shiny new guns. And I've got a little bit of a dilemma, because this particular gun, even though if I mouse over, for example, this one says that it is better than Androsis Amplifier. However, that little green number is basically lying, because Androsis Amplifier has +1 to all skills in Inquisitor, which, if we look at the Inquisitor thing, I'm just going to straight up ignore the extra healing I get here, the extra health I get here, the extra resistances and % damage to Chthonics and Eldritch that I get here. I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring the elemental resistance reduction I get on this. I'm ignoring the extra absorption. All of that, ignore it. If you look at the % chance to be used on the procs here, we have 23% on bursting round. This actually doesn't change when you take the gun off. The level, I have enough points in here that it doesn't matter. But this one is at 19% chance, and this one is also at 19% chance. So if I just swap this out, okay, these drop down to 17% chance, which doesn't sound like much, but considering how fast I'm shooting, and half of the time I'm shooting, it's going to be using both guns, so there's a double chance to trigger because we're hitting with 2 bullets. I actually think that putting that back on, that +1 to skills, I think is actually worth more than this little green number at the top that says this is way better is taking into account. Now how can I check? Well, I have Fire Strike here on my offhand. And let's actually, which one of the 2 best that I ended up with? That one's garbage. 700. Okay, so these 2 are going to be the 2 best ones that I managed to get my hands on. So I went and picked up the Void Vine powder, which is the augment I'm using, and I just happened to have a couple of Devil Touched ammos, which is the component I'm using. So now these both say that they are way better than both of the pistols I have at the moment. So if this is correct, I should be able to put them on and have Fire Strike go up in damage. So let's just see if that happens. It appears that it does on the offhand. Okay. So what about if I put this on here? Damage appears to go down. But I'm still convinced that that +1 to Inquisitor skills is worth more than a slight increase in damage. So what I'm going to do is, let's actually check with this one on here. So Fire Strike 6.5 to 7.7. Yeah, I'm happy that this is better, because I want the extra skill points here for extra proc chance. I want the extra healing, the extra defensive ability, the extra movement speed, the extra damage against Chthonic and Eldritch. I want the extra health, I want the extra crowd control resists. You get the idea. I think that +1 to Inquisitor skills is worth more than, what, 6.4 to 6.5 and then 7.4 to 7.6. I think that's, what, maybe a % or 2? It's probably 3 or 4 actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I think this is better. So I'm going to stick with this. I did go back to normal and I crafted a couple more guns in the hopes that I would get something better, and unfortunately this is the best of the ones I've found so far, by which I mean it's not very good. The other thing is attack speed. Where is it? Attack speed 144. I could use, is it this one? I think it's this one. This one says it's kind of similar to the Searing Shrapnel Pistol, but it's got 17% attack speed instead of the 6% on the other one. So this one is maybe better. Let's see if we can, hang on, just show that. So actually this doesn't account for attack speed, unfortunately. DPS 15.2 goes to 15.3. I'm just gonna guess that this is probably not a huge deal, and I'm going to move on. Now, I am going to keep the pistols until I rescue, what's her name? The apprentice here. and then I'm going to blow them up. I think that has to go... Whoops, let's leave that on. We'll just chuck these in here, and I'm going to blow these up and get my components back, and I'm going to blow these up and get my scrap back. Because I only have 5 scrap left, I may craft another couple of pistols. We'll see what happens. So we do have the quest now to go down and deal with Veloth, so let's go do that. In terms of skill points, we are continuing to max out Thermite Mine, and then from there, I guess we just put points in the bar. I do want to add a couple points in Static Strike, and I will want to get Brimstone also. This one kind of causes the bullet to split when it hits targets, which is actually pretty good for dealing with groups. Which has been something that this build has been struggling with since low level. So that's something to consider. Alternatively, more points in the procs is never a bad thing. Higher proc chance, higher damage, all that sort of stuff. Though having said that, the procs that aren't, is it Bursting Strike? Bursting Round. The ones that aren't Bursting Round don't really do a whole lot of damage per se, but they do trigger devotions, so higher chance to trigger is only a good thing. Let's just quickly run through here. We can kill a few spiders, that's fine. And we're here for Veloth, so let's go ahead and kill these spiders. These skeletons, I'm pretty happy with their proc rate. Having said that, let's just have a look at them. Where are they? So they're currently on chilling rounds, which if you can get a group together, it's going to pierce through them and you're going to get extra skeletons. But even with a single target, it seems to be fairly reliably proccing 1, which I'm happy with. So I think I'm going to leave it there. On the right click we have the Eldritch Fire, which I'm also happy with. I do want that up fairly regularly. And I'm not seeing a huge amount of these, so I'm kind of thinking it might be worth putting them somewhere else, but we'll play with it for a little bit. We have a lot of procs, so we're not going to get huge amounts of them all of the time. Well, actually, I guess we are going to get huge amounts of them all of the time. And then we also have Annihilation back down here, which is another Meteor proc, and it's actually a lot of Meteor proc damage. But I think the +1 to Inquisitor is actually better. +1 Inquisitor, +1 Inquisitor. I'm actually going to keep Ulraprax's Sting, and I'm going to go get another one on Ultimate. Because I think it's actually better. Is it Vilgazer's something or other? The +1 demo amulet from inside the Ancient Grove is not bad, for sure. I really think the +1 Inquisitor skills is more important at this point. Maybe I'll change my mind, I don't know. What do we get? Bunch of blues. Let's have a look at these. Venom Blade Amulet is no good for us. And the Maw of Despair, okay. But we can pick up all of this. In terms of gear, I really need to get a new pair of gloves. I do have these shoulders waiting for me at 65, which I mean, I'd be silly not to use them. It will, unfortunately, nuke my Aether Res, but we'll figure something out. Okay, so that's a Shaman Relic, and this is a Piercing and Cold Blitz Clone, so that's fine. What about this one? Maw of Despair. Yeah, no good for us. I don't think any of this gear is going to be worth using. Yeah, no. That's fine. More XP and more levels on a few of our devotions. Again, it's a good thing. Let's go ahead and not get hit by the Sunder Wave. I think we can probably just dash through her when she does that. And otherwise, just tank her. Okay, there we go. So we got a Veloth's Ring. I'm not expecting anything amazing from it, but I will have a look. Where are we? Here we go. Aether, Pierce. Yeah, no. Devotion Shrine. How many more of those do I need on this character? I need 6 or 7 of them. Okay. And this point, I think we're going into the torch now, after we finish the ghoul. Okay. So ghoul is done, got some stats, nothing too amazing. Actually, I don't need to finish this. And that point is actually not very good, so I'm going to go straight into the torch now. Fire damage, offensive ability. Next point will be percent offensive ability and chaos res, which is good. Then we get crit damage and move speed. I don't think this works to increase the maximum like this one does. So I think that move speed is actually kind of meh. Then we get flat fire damage, and then we go up here and get burn and health, and we get meteor shower. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more points. And then with our final 2 points, I guess we could finish the ghoul, or we could maybe take this last point. I don't think I actually care about that last point in ghoul, now that I'm looking at it. Sharpshooter's Eye. Piercing damage, piercing resistance. I don't think I care, although +2 to explosive strike. What is that? Is that this one? Yeah. It's probably not bad. I think I'll hang on to that, because I was collecting a lot of the pieces of that set, and the full set might be worth using. What do we got for set bonuses? Pierce, Elemental converted to Pierce, +1 to demo. Nah. Alright, I changed my mind, I'm selling it.
Come see what's left of my wares.
And same for the rest. I will check the gloves. Poison is good to get. Aether is only just capped, so something like these gloves kind of looks okay, but I'm not going to use them. It would not be a horrible replacement, let's put it that way, but it's also not good. Alright, and we picked up 1 scrap, I think. That's fine. We can go talk to Barnabas, turn this in. We may as well take the free extra XP. Ghoulish Hunger at rank 6. Very nice, very nice. Alright, what do we got? Meet Bourbon, slay Balros, and find Kasparov's apprentice. So we did make it to the outskirts of Burrich, which means we can go and rescue not Duncan. There's no advantage to rescuing Duncan on Ultimate like there is on Normal. You don't get any extra XP or anything like that. And it's worth having both of them available if you need them. So I can go back to Normal and craft things with Duncan if I need his bonuses or his special recipes. And I can do the same on Ultimate with Angram if I need his recipes or his bonuses. I believe he gives armor % chance as one of his bonuses, which is quite good. And of course I didn't actually talk to Duncan to get the quest, so let's go talk to Duncan to get the quest.
Oh, hello.
Alright, I will find Angram. He's right next to the portal I just opened. He must have been out shopping or something earlier because he wasn't here. But there he is. I'm here for the hammer. Duncan needs it. You could join us. Side with Angram. There we go. The good thing about siding with Angram is I don't have to go back to where Duncan was to talk to him. I can just go talk to him in town next time I'm there. So we can take a little less running around. And am I going to get lucky? Yes. So the road can be blocked just here, and then you have to go in the front door, and it's a whole thing. Fortunately, don't have to worry about that. We can just walk in the back here, grab the devotion shrine, grab whatever loot pops out, and then go shoot some of these anyway, just for fun. There's absolutely no point killing these aside from just, I like XP. There's XP outside. There's a whole bunch of Aether crystals coming up in the Warden's lab, but actually, that was scrap. Scrap's good. There we go. And now we leave, having murdered everybody. Completely unrequired. That's fine. Devotion, or sorry, Totem is not here today, so unfortunately I get nothing in that regards. But I do see it up ahead on the map, so we're going to do it anyway. It's just going to be a Beast Totem instead of an Ethereal one, which I guess is okay. Am I lying? No, it's still ethereal, so... Apparently I just made that up. It sounded good in my head, though. Alright, let's, put a few of these down. Yeah, that'll do. Of course, nobody spawns on top of the, resist reduction thermite mines. Okay, Witching Hour is a gun. I can't remember if it's a pistol or a two-hander. Knowing my luck, it's going to be a two-hander. Let's take care of you and this Dominator. Alright, Hated with the Ethereals is fine. Witching Hour is a two-handed range, of course. Empowered Inscribed. I would really love to get Empowered Runic. Black Steel is also not horrible. But we'll keep doing totems. We'll get the Empowered Runic at some point. Assuming it exists, actually. I haven't checked. Sovereign Shield, no. Oleron's Wrath, no. Do I want to put these on? These actually have less armor. So we'll leave those alone. These have more armor. They have less health, but they have physique. And physical resistance, which is quite rare. No damage proc though, so I think those are probably a no as well. That's definitely a no. You can chuck all these in the first tab. What do we got? Oh, Wraith Knights, okay. Empowered Perdition. These could be good. If I get another piece of these, getting that 10% extra armor on the 2-set bonus might be worth doing. The shield is obviously out. I guess the shoulders or the chest? Probably the chest. Although I might consider wearing the helmet for a little bit, just until I get an upgraded incendiary cask.
That skill's not ready.
Alright, let's shoot some goblins. No real need to, I could have just walked past them, I guess. Alright, here we go, into Burridge Town Centre. And let's clear the area before I trigger the fight at the Rift. Just a few flame zombies over here. No, they're not home today either, so that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and trigger this fight. Should be 3 waves. Last wave should have 3 bosses, heroes, whatever you want to call them. Who are you still shooting at? So this time, the Ember Guards don't take huge amounts of damage, but they do take damage. And I think this time it's because we have so much resistant shred. They don't take no damage from fire, they just take less. There we go. Everybody's dead, I think. Is everybody dead? Looks like it. And we picked up a blueprint right here. So this is Markovian's Visor. It's a soldier thing, it's not really for us. Let's see if we can't Tetris this a little bit. There we go, get a little bit of extra room, and we can put that there. Guess I should probably go collect that ring. I think this might actually be the first playthrough where I'm not planning on replacing rings with the ultimate Slith ring, although this one maybe. That +3 to Vindictive Flame is really nice though, so I'm not sure actually if I'm going to use it or not. What do we got here? Probably not a huge amount of Tetrising can be done. I'm going to leave this time. I want to fight Dureni on this character because then I can more easily get Nemesis with Crunley's gang. The number of times I've actually spent the time to farm Nemesis with Crunley's gang I think is like once, maybe twice. And having Dureni every time you run through his hideout is a bunch of extra reputation. Devil's Crossing should be revered fairly soon. Where are we up to? We've just passed Honoured, okay. And I'm just checking for any other Honoured. Coven of Ugdenbog. I think next time I pass a rift gate, I should probably go and get the Coven Writ, just to speed that up a bit. They do have a gun at, was it 80 or 90? It might be 90. Let me actually check the plan. See where my next gun upgrade comes from. Where is it? There we go. So my next gun upgrade is the Elite Solar Revolver at Homestead and the Francis's Ultimate Gun. I kind of think I may not actually end up using those. If they're anything like the previous ones, they might just be not very good. Let's turn the loot off so we can kind of see what's going on. And I'm going to be kind of targeting the... well, I'm targeting Ethereal Colossus because they're in my face. But I am looking for monsters with stars above their head, and especially monsters that are summoning others. Although it doesn't look like there was a huge number of those anyway. Alright. What do we get for loot? Hellforged leg plates. Okay, can I use these? Because they're going to be really good. Can I use them? Can I not use them? +2 to Searing Light. I don't think I'm using that. Is that this one? Yeah. So I don't care about the skills on either of these. Chaos and Poison instead of Aether and Elemental. More Fizz Res. Let's actually just look at what it does. Okay, no. No, as much as I want to, I can't yet put those on. The loss of elemental resistances is huge and they're already not capped. So, why do I not have components on these? That is actually a very good question. Where are my components? Alright, let's pick up the rest of this stuff. I'll probably end up selling most or all of this when I go back to town, which I'm actually going to do now because I want my components. I hate having uncapped resistances, especially when I can quite easily fix them. Movement speed, do I need it? 139. It would be nice, but I don't think I need it. Alright, let's just get rid of... we'll get rid of all this stuff first. I do want to hang on to those. I still don't actually have the apprentice to pull all of the components off things yet, which is a little bit annoying. How are my shoulders? I've got upgrades for shoulders. I don't need to keep checking those. There we go. Words are hard. This I'm going to keep. I'm going to blow this one up. See if I can't get some rare crafting stuff out. Mark of the Traveler. Do I need slow res? Yeah. I probably should put Mark of the Traveler on the boots. What else am I missing components on? I think we're pretty good for components aside from boots and gloves. Okay, hang on. Let's not talk to him yet. Put this in here, and let's actually have a look, because there might be something I can do that will give me elemental resist. Just the hallowed ground. Yeah, just hallowed ground. That's got to go on a chest, so I'm not doing that. Bleeding would be nice. I think that has to be the... where is it? This thing, the Unholy Inscription on the gloves. Still not fixed, but it's probably fine. Lightning, I think, is less of a problem in Act 1 than cold, so I might do... no. What else could go on our boots here? Yeah, I think I'm going to do a... cold resistance thing. Alright, there is 63, which is nice. Let's go cold, res, dense fur, I think is the one I was thinking of. What does this one do? Shields and caster off hands. Yeah, dense fur. On the boots. There we go, that'll help a little bit. Alright, I will actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go back to the White Mire, and I'm going to pick up the Slith ring and just have a look at it. I may be able to use that to cap my my resistances with rings. So we'll have a look at that. And it's, I mean, it's XP as well, so that's never a bad thing. And the damage from Aura of Censure is actually pretty good. What are we up to? 16 out of 12. I'd like to get that to 22 out of 12. Whoops, forgot to put the things on. Okay, so this is a level 70 ring, but it does have 20% LE mental resistance. So I would probably use that actually if I could put it on right now. I had forgotten that it requires level 70. Thinking about Spirit, I might just hang on to these as well. Alright, skill points. What were we doing? 2 more in Thermite Mines. And now we go back to the village. I want to kill Balros and Hagra as well, while I'm thinking about it, because otherwise they'll still be sitting there at the end of Act 1. Alright. Gilliston the Reborn, so he's going to get a full heal when I kill him. There it is. And then we've got the eyeball to deal with. Shouldn't be too hard, assuming he doesn't clone himself, that is. Alright, that's him taken care of. Can we actually get the whole way down this road without finding a blockage? No, there it is. Alright. Actually, I wonder if Old Mate's home. Who's Old Mate, you're asking? I can't remember his name, but he lives here. He's not home today. I can't be bothered running all over the world to find the other 2 spots where we can spawn. Is it Gale Slice? I can't remember his name. Big angry guy, does a lot of bleeding and I think even piercing damage, but definitely a lot of bleeding. Alright, so Balros and... was it Hagra? Yeah, Balros and Hagra. Take care of them. Don't forget to keep refreshing the Inquisitor's Seal, because otherwise they'll kill you when it wears off. Although having said that, this character's not that squishy. I'm pretty happy with it overall. What do we got? Master Scepter, that's no good for us. The rest of it will wait nicely. Alright, let's run back up here. Yeah, this will be fine. A bunch of goblins, we can basically... I don't know why I'm running. Let's take the Rift Gate instead, it's much faster. Okay, I'm going to head up here, and I'm actually going to go into the Little Hidden Island, because the Little Hidden Island has an Exalted Stash, has a Treasure Trove, and more importantly has a Devotion Shrine. And I do still want to get that Meteor proc. I don't think it's going to happen this episode, but if I can make it happen this episode, that'd be great. Can talk to Harvey here. He's got some fun things to say. I'm just gonna leave that as an episode for the viewer, shall we say. Alright, secret cave entrance here. I say secret like nobody knows about it. There's probably a few people who didn't know about it, but I think most people have seen it by now. Alright, let's continue onwards. That's not a ramp, this is a ramp. There we go, and continue around the corner. I'm just going to leave that loot on the floor. I actually think, not exactly rolling in bits, but I think I'm okay for now. In terms of things to buy with bits, it's probably going to be jewelry later on to plug resistance holes, but for now it's probably fine. Okay, and we have made it to the Hallowed Hill. So let's see if we can't find our... Actually, hang on. This is the one thing I really don't like about pistol builds in general. is having to swap that, or having to just get used to it, I guess. That's also an option. Alright, so we come out the other side here, and there's our devotion shrine. Is our exalted stash here? Nope, there's a bunch of stuff to shoot though. Just stand here and we can pick them off as they come at us. I see you there, Mr. Reanimator. You can go ahead and stop reanimating things, please. Alright, so I'm looking for treasure troves. There could potentially be, I think, 2 or 3 here. That's a lot of damage from something. Considering my lightning resistance was a little bit pants, it's probably from him. Reflecting it back at me maybe, or just shooting his own lightning bolts. Alright, you can stop resummoning stuff, or resurrecting things. That would be great. Alright, that's the end of him. Easy devotion point. Imperial Edge sounds like a good name for a sword. Nope, that's an axe. Alright, over here, so what do we get this time? Offensive ability and Chaos Res. Where is my Exalted stash? It's going to be along the right-hand side of the island. I kind of know where it is. But I'm noting a distinct lack of treasure troves here, which I'm not super happy about. I want at least one. There it is. There's my at least one. I think it's 1 in 6 chance to get both of them on the island, because they each have 3 spawn locations, so I'm probably only going to get one. Visage of the Black Flame. That's a cool set. Someone should make a series about the Black Flame set. That'd be a good idea. And it looks like I'm not getting a second one, so that's fine. We'll kill Corpse Fire here. And by kill, I mean reflect all of this back at ourselves. So Energy Leech is a reflection, Burning is reflected, Elemental Resistance Shred, reflected, Total Damage is probably reflected. Most of this stuff is reflected damage. Alright. So we got what we came for. Let's go ahead and head out. I don't think I'm going to get that second treasure trove. We can go back to the rift here. I feel like I'm missing skill points. I'm not, but we are very close to a level, so we'll have some to miss shortly. Alright, let's head up to the docks and look at getting our fabric. For that quest, that'll give us a chest piece that I'm not going to use, which is going to be lovely. Can I hit him through this wall? I don't think so. Apparently I can do some damage to him. Alright, let's clear the docks out a little bit. Why? Actually I'm not sure. So, for the fabric, you want weathered chests specifically, and they're always in the same handful of spots. Could be one here, there isn't. That is a metal strongbox. This might be one. Yep, there we go. And there's 3 more spots I know of, so I'll go check those now actually. That's not one, but it is loot, so I guess I'll go pop it. Okay, so we're either over here, which it hasn't spawned, we're either here, which it hasn't spawned, or we're going to be in here against this back wall, which, yeah, I can see it there now. So here's our third fabric. There's level 64, which we're putting points in there. One more level, we'll be done with this, and I think I'm going to put the second point for that level in Static Strike. I think I'm just going to leave that at 1 for now. Until I can get conversion, or maybe look at doing fire and lightning damage perhaps. I think I'm just going to leave that at 1 until then. Okay, we've got this blocked off, which is unfortunate, because I would like to just easily get that. The good news, however, is I don't have to go through the little underground section. I can just walk around the corner. However, I kind of want to go through the underground section. I do want more XP, and there's more XP in here. There's also a treasure trove and an exalted chest, or one or the other in here. So we'll come down here. Extra XP, extra loot. Never bad things. How'd we go? Nope, no treasure trove yet, but we did get an ancient totem. Now, I'm kind of umming and ahhing about this totem because it is ancient and I have lost characters to that totem before. So I'm kind of thinking about skipping it. I won't lie, I definitely am strongly considering skipping it. Having said that though, that would be kind of boring, so let's just go ahead and kill all this. Looking at who's here. There's nothing that's really priority to kill, I don't think. This unstoppable guy, probably. I think the rest is just kill whatever's standing in front of you. Just keep refreshing the thermite mines, keep shooting. Put a new seal up when you can. There we go, everybody's dead. Invoker's Blaze is an offhand, so we can't use that. Golemborn Greaves, these might be better than the ones I'm wearing. Got a double rare, Assault Halberd. So actually nothing too amazing from drops. This plate mail, level 70. Okay, that's fine. Right, so what's that? Invokers offhand. Here we go. The Golemborn Greaves are actually, they're more Fizz res, 1% more Pierce res as well, 2% less on the Poison and Acid. Same move speed, less health. I think that's probably, I mean, at best you'd say it's a side grade, but I think that's fine. We'll leave that as is. Myrmidon's Visor we'll go ahead and eat. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, no treasure trove by the looks of it, unless it's going to be in here somewhere, which it's not. Alright, I think we're done in here, so let's go ahead and just leave. That'll put us right next to the door to the Warden's house. There'll be a bunch of stuff here to shoot, including Aether Crystals, which, I mean, everyone knows I love my Aether Crystals. But here's what we're actually here for. Let's just kill off the eyeballs. Look at our little skelly boys running around by now. You can see one down there in the south, or at the bottom of the map. Well, there's two. But yeah, this is what we're actually here for, so let's go ahead and kill these. That is an amulet. So we pretty much just stand here and shoot. Athraz the Watcher has got to go. This flesh hulk is getting in the way. Alright, down he goes. And that is our Devotion Shrine done. Pick up the loot. What's this in here that's glowing? Is that just food? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Right. So this time we get crit and movement speed, and apparently I forgot to spend one, so flat fire damage, I think. Max fire res. I think I want to go towards the proc more than I want that flat fire damage. The flat fire damage looks really good though. Okay, Maledictus is dead. Let's go ahead and rescue this apprentice and then we'll get out of here. Need to go back to town and sell things, and also need to blow some stuff up too. Actually, as long as we're here, may as well go get the rift, and then I can't accidentally clear my rift by deciding I want to go back to normal for something. Let's just do a quick run through of the Warden's house. Already have all of the... actually, we can get a lot of XP here. So we shoot down the stairs, shoot through the door here, and they'll just run up the stairs, single file. Be like shooting zombies in a mansion, or fish in a barrel. I think we got most of them. That'll do for me, I don't need every single one of them. Okay, so we grabbed the rift. Let's go back to town. And I've got a couple of items I want to swap around. Bang, bang, bang. Whoops. Bang. Okay, we'll talk to old mate here, Darlet. Bunch of XP, some reputation. Same for Hammond here. Thank you very much for the scrap. I think that's everyone to talk to for quests, so let's go ahead and put these back on. Yeah, we should be able to do that. Yep, there we go. Ellis can buy all our junk. I don't think there's anything here I particularly want to keep. This is not a bad amulet. If this had +1 to demolitionist skills, I'd probably use it. If it had +1 to inquisitor skills, I'd probably break my arm trying to put it on so fast. That's fine, I don't want any of this. I'm going to keep the purples to blow up, because then I might even keep some blues actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Blues blow up for scrap as well. And then we can craft some extra guns, maybe get a better one than what I'm currently using. Let's just search for rings here. This one... So Harmonious is actually pretty good. If I could get a Harmonious Golas ring of Scorched Ends, I would be like the happiest man in the world. I'd be very surprised, but I'd also be very happy. I think we leave that one. Just sell the rest. Okay, let's go blow some stuff up, which is always a fun thing to be able to say.
Put it to good use.
I'm going to chuck the perdition stuff in the bank so I don't accidentally blow it up. Oops, that was a mistake. Okay, now we push that button. Go ahead and put all the rare crafting stuff in as well. And we'll see how much scrap I end up getting. There we go. I'm going to blow that chest up too. Why? No reason. Alright, so I've got 17 dynamite. I'm probably going to burn through most of them here. It's not a big deal. I can just go back to normal and craft some more. Okay, dismantle. I'm going to talk to old mate here first, don't I? Is this safe? Can't end well. Thank you very much. Alright, dismantling. Hang on. Salvage first. Give me my add-on back. Though having said that, I'm probably at the point now where I don't need to collect these. I think I have 10 in the bank. But dismantle. 8 scrap. Another 5. 7. 6. 4. I haven't got any rare crafting stuff yet. Here's the purple. Ethereal Missive's not amazing, but not bad either. I do actually want to use those pants if I can. Do we get anything rare from these purples? Nope. And nope. Okay. Did pick up 2 extra Devil Touched ammo, which is not bad. I want to use those shoulders. I want to use these pants as well. That's minus Aether. That's also minus Aether. So I'm going to be minus 60% Aether res. So that's going to be interestingly difficult to use.
See anything you like?
Right. I can make a couple of pistols. Let's see if we can get anything good. Shrapnel? Yep. How many am I going to make? Let's make 5. Assuming I don't get something really good on the first one. Shrapnel of the elements, no. Searing, no. Of alacrity? Scorching, also no. Infernal, that's what I've been kind of waiting for. Okay. There is absolutely no reason that I should replace Andoros's, because what I said earlier is still true, so I'm going to replace that one. And by replace, I mean do this first. So Infernal gets me an extra Fireball proc. You can see there that it has 2 Fireball procs on it, whereas this one only has the 1. And everything else is the same. Infernal also gives, I believe, flat fire? Or is it just percent? I think it might just be percent. But it's also got some conversion on there as well, because I think that's... no, I'm making things up again. The increased armor is from Angram, so... there we go. Alright, how many... I'm going to keep the dynamite, actually. Yeah. I'll keep the dynamite for now.
Got something you need stashed?
I will eventually blow these up, because I want some of my scrap back at least. But for now, that's fine. Alright, let's go kill the Warden. Pretty happy with that. That's kind of what I was wanting for that gun. Honestly, it's probably better to get another one if I can. But I think for now we are fine. Let's go kill the Warden. How brave am I feeling, actually? I might be feeling brave enough to do that Ancient Aetherwarp Totem. I think I can kill it. The question is, or rather the other way, I think I can survive it. The question is, can I kill it this week? It's going to take a while to kill it. Okay, and then you get your very own Thermite Mines. There we go. Cosmic Invoker, eh? It's an interesting name. What are you? Okay, one-handed scepter with minor bonuses that aren't very amazing. Alright, we'll take him out. I am actually going to do that totem. I don't generally do it for all the reasons I've previously discussed on this channel, but I think I want to. Kind of want to prove to myself that this build is actually good. The damage is definitely low compared to the Paladin, but it's not that low now that we've got the procs online. Having said that, I am going to stand in the doorway here. And let's turn the loot off so I can see what's going on. Kill a few of the summoning types, I think is probably a good idea. I do see that eyeball behind me, actually I should get rid of that. Alright, this is kind of not what I was worried about, but this is the problem with this totem, is all these ethereal titans and storm bears and all the other words that mean a massive hulking pile of muscle trying to beat my face in. These are the things that kill you from this totem. Especially if you have a few of the heroes left alive and they can stack up auras on them. That's usually what kills you on this totem. Not today though. Today we get to win. And get a bunch of green items out of it. What do we got here? Impurity. Necromancer. It's no good for us. Yeah, not a bad little fight. I will definitely take it. I'm just gonna Jenga the inventory a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Let's go fight as a Krieg, which I guess means we have to go around all this stuff, and I think I'm probably going to kill all of the Aether Crystals and then just beeline for him. I don't think I need to kill anything else. Having said that, XP is nice. I do like that ding noise. Gotta go the extremely long way around. Couldn't just make it easy for me. Alright, don't need to kill those. Nope, I'm not looking, I'm not looking. I have eyes only for ether crystals now. Okay, can we take the shortcut? No, of course not, we have to go the long way. Aether crystals and heroes, so if I see anything with a star above its head, I'm going to kill it. Also, the devotion shrine coming up. I definitely want that as well. I'm not killing anything, he says as he stops to kill things. Alright. Shooting things is fun though. Besides, it's my game and I'll play with how I like it. Alright, coming up on the devotion shrine, I believe this is the final proc for the Elzon's Torch constellation, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm gonna have to find something to attach it to though, so I think that's going to be on one of the procs. I think is the only thing I really have for it. Guess I could put it on Thermite Mine, but I think I prefer to have it on something that triggers a little more often. Inquisitor Seal, maybe. Whoops. Could put it on an Inquisitor Seal, actually. What does this proc actually do? Meteor Shower. Okay. I'll put it on Storm Spread for now. I may put that on Inquisitor Seal, now that I'm thinking about it. And it's just going to be raining meteors perpetually from now on, I think. Fisher is up to 11. Good, good. Raise Dead to 10. The more points I get in Raise Dead, the more happy I am, because it is resistance shredding on those little black skeletons you see running around, or, I mean, I guess they can be hard to see running around, but this guy right here, where'd he go? There he is. This guy, everything he hits gets their resistance shredded, which means I do more damage. And the good thing is it's everything resistance shredding, whereas the Elemental Storm was only elemental resistance shredding. Having said that, it is more. It's just... The Revenant is still almost as good, and also provides lifesteal, whereas Elemental Storm is just... I mean, it's a good proc, but it is just the damage and the resistance shredding, and it's only elemental damage. Having said that, I am going to try and get it back in. I'm going to play with the devotions a little bit and see if I can't get it back. Alright, let's do this totem as well. Why not? Forsaken Aether Warped. I just did an Ancient, so this should be a walk in the park. He says with an audible question in his voice. Turn the loot off. This one looks like it was actual ethereals instead of the Ethereal Vanguard, the Malmoth stuff, so this should be considerably easier. Well, not should be, this is considerably easier. Yep, death is only the beginning. Devil's Cage Hauberk. Grave Touch is a shield. Glyph Tome. It's definitely worth doing these totems. Looks like this episode's going to go over an hour, so my apologies to people who care about that, but I'm just going to kill Krieg and then we'll call it done. Resistance-wise on this, 127% fire resist is something I give zero cares about at all. What I do care about is that I would lose bleeding resistance. Can I actually do this? What do we got? So bleeding would actually be... Okay, so bleeding is capped, and I lost Aether Res. I think I'm going to do that. I think I like the extra armor.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Okay. I don't think I have enough actual armor for this scaled hide to be doing anything with that 20% extra absorption. So, I'm going to put a runestone on my chest instead. Assuming I have enough stuff to make it. Actually, can runestone even go on the chest? No, it can't. Okay. Next plan. Kilrian's Soul. Do I have one? No, I do not. Okay. Next plan, let's just have a look what's available. Right, how about you? Sanctified Bone could be good. Undead is something we fight. Chains of Oleron also could be good. Offensive ability is never a bad thing. Elemental resistance, Hallowed Ground, definitely an option. I think that might be the way to go, actually. Let's chuck that on there. And oops, let's put that there. I'm going to keep these purples so I can blow them up more easily. I don't think I'm going to bother blowing up blues, I'm just going to sell them. Alright, let's do one last sell, then we'll go kill the Warden, and then that'll be the end of the episode, I think. It's actually a decent amount of loot. I wonder if I'll have enough scrap. I could maybe make another one of these. So this is a decent amount less damage than another one of these is. I think that's probably enough of a difference to make it worth doing. -1 to all Inquisitor skills is actually kind of a big deal though. How's our resistances? So Aether's back to capped. Where did I get Aether res from? It must have been Word of Renewal, which I'm really bad at keeping active. So I think my resists are actually back to being capped. Not quite on lightning. But we did pick up Devil's Cage, which is traps your enemies in a cage when you get hit, so that's definitely a good thing. So if we get hit, see those cages, they can't chase us, so we just became a viable kiting build. Okay, let's grab a couple more of these. One more to go. There we go. Alright. Now we speedrun the Warden's Laboratory. And the Warden himself, I should, in theory, just be able to put an Inquisitor seal on the floor right in front of him and just shoot him in his big dumb face. At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't know that that's true. I don't know that's the thing that I'm actually going to be able to do. But I think I should be able to do that. Okay, Word of the Inquisitor is an offhand, which is no good. Okay, back to speedrunning. It's not really speedrunning, is it? I don't need to kill these at all. Alright, I don't think I have to worry about my good friend Valderan yet, which is probably a good thing. Let's actually have a look here. Where are we up to? Ethereals, just on hated. I mean, I say that like it's not the highest rank below Nemesis. Alright, we'll kill Zabrant, and then I think I'm going to head in and kill the Warden. Looks like we will be just over the hour mark, which is unfortunate, but also not really. I think people can probably deal with having a 1 hour and 3 minute video. Okay, Krieg. What do you got for me? Let's see if we can kill his friends. Oh, here he is. Alright, we can definitely stand in his face and blow him up. Let's just go over here, so we're not standing in his Aether, although having said that, it's probably fine. And yeah, we're not really taking enough damage to be too worried about it. There we go. Relatively easy kill of Krieg, although having said that, most builds by this time in Ultimate are able to take him out fairly easily. Alright, what do we get from his chest? Mark of the Forbidden. No, I'm probably not going to use that. Alright, well, that'll be the end of this episode, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.